Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm Leo, and this is week 10 of me building my first AI agent project called Schedule AI. And so, what is Schedule AI? Well, it's basically a schedule that is entirely managed using an AI agent, and it's specifically made for students. So, you know how students they have a lot of things to plan throughout their school session. Sometimes they have a job, they have homeworks, they got to be ready for the exams, they have to fit in some time to go see their friends, and all of these things that can be really hard when you're starting your life and you don't got quite much experience to create schedule. And so that's kind of my goal there to sort of create this agent to help every students possible. And so last week I showed you guys that I didn't make a lot of progress, but I was working on a feature where you could drop your file, your school curriculum, basically. So, for example, in mathematics, well, you could have all of your next exams, next homework. Well, I was trying to work on a feature where you drop sort of like curriculums or maybe exercise list, and then after that, this information gets stored inside of a plan memory I called, which is basically memory for a specific subject. Uh, this is not like specified for classes. For example, you could have a plan for your soccer practices, where maybe like your coach sends you some things he wants you to learn, and you could like just drop a file inside of it. That information that comes from this picture, well, it gets stored inside of the plan. The AI then asks you question to create like a more detailed plan, and after that, using that plan, the AI will create like a mini soccer practice, for example, related to the content inside of that plan memory. And so I was working on that, and I told you guys that I think I would like to add is what I did basically this week, where like I told you, like you can drop a file, a picture, and the AI just take all of that information and store it inside of your plan memory. And yeah, so let me show you like what it looks like. And yeah, so here I created a specific plan I can show you just for this example, math integrals. This plan, as you can see, it's well, you cannot really see, so let me make it bigger right there. So as you can see, like there's no information at all inside of that plan. And so the new feature I added is the part where it's highlighted right there, choose file upload. So I think in week 2 or 3, I showed you guys that the like you have your all of your classes sent at the start of a school session or school year, and then you could just like drop a picture of your entire like class schedule, and all of the event gets parsed into your schedule. Well, it's sort of the same principle. So like if you want to understand what I mean by that, last week I explained it. But yeah, so here I'm actually gonna show you guys the picture I'm gonna be using, because right there. So basically a picture I took on the internet. So yeah, you have your integral calculus for our lecture per week, for our exams, like just a basic picture right there. So let's try to upload that picture inside of there. Um, so here, as you can see, we have our file updated, and so we're gonna click upload, and we're gonna see from like behind it and right there. And so we have our message right there, parse schedule image completed successfully. And so I'm gonna show you guys inside of the database what it looks like. So here, I don't know if you can quite see, but the part where it's highlighted in blue, well, it's our plan where we stored the picture information. And so Here it's a JSON object where like the AI sort of like create multiple categories inside of it, all due to the prompting that I did. But we have like our topics. Here, as you can see, we have objective, task, deadline, exams. Uh, Objective, task, deadlines were not mentioned, but we had some exams, however. And so yeah, so like as you can see, it will be really useful for like just dropping entire uh, curriculums and creating all of those events in like one call to the agent, which is really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. What I did towards the file dropping part, and I feel like we're getting really close to like a working thing, sort of like that student could actually use, and that would be bringing some nice feature. Yeah, so I think it's pretty close. Also, there was like a fun feature I wanted to try where I'm gonna show you right there. It's not implemented like fully, but I had in mind where whenever we would be talking about a certain plan where the AI uh, would like select that plan and just open up the plan creation menu um, on its own instead of the user having to open it manually. And like for example, when we create a plan, I wanted the AI to like for example, you tell the AI, well, I would want the title to be that, and so you would want the plan title to appear right in front of you in real time. So I just work on I call it test open. So it's just an endpoint where it basically comes from the backend and it opens a modal um, on the front end. And so yeah, so like as you can see right there, it's not open. And when I will be calling that endpoint, um, it should. Oh well. Oh, it didn't work. So yeah, hmm, unfortunate. But maybe that's what I will be doing next week. Um, but yeah, I feel like we're really getting close to like a nice working project, and so I'm gonna be thinking on what I will be doing like throughout the next week. But I feel like yeah, it's starting to look somewhat like a real web app, let's say. But yeah, this it's pretty much it for this week, guys. And I thank you for listening to this, and I hope to see you guys next week. Have a good day.